Hi guys, Danica Ferrante here from mybeautyscraps.com. It is my favorite time of the month, the time when my paper pumpkin arrives in my mailbox. I am so excited to see what is inside the box this month. If you follow my channel, you know I've only just begun playing with my December paper pumpkin kit, but that's not going to keep me from cracking into February's kit. Maybe I can even do some sort of a fun mashup with what I still have left from last month. So you always get a thank you note in your paper pumpkin box every month, and you always get a stamp and an ink. Now, last month was a little bit different. We actually got a roller stamp and a marker, but it looks like we're back to the usual this month, and we have a mini ink pad in Calypso Coral and a mini photopolymer stamp set. This one looks like it's all about Valentine's Day, so we've got some really cute hearts, a to and a from, just a little thanks, happy Valentine's Day, I adore you, for an amazing friend, and then some tiny little hearts right there too. It's a really cute stamp set. The one of my favorite things about Paper Pumpkin is getting an exclusive stamp set every single month in the kit. And one of the perks of being a Paper Pumpkin subscriber is you can purchase past kits too. That's the only way that you can get past kits is if you're a current Paper Pumpkin subscriber. So you can catch up on some of those previous kits and get some of those exclusive stamps. So this is how it comes packaged. So you get your little ink pad and your little stamp set, and then you have all of your paper materials and embellishments shrink wrapped with the instructions. So let's open that up. I'm really excited. It looks like it's little treat bags this month, which is really fun for Valentine's Day. What is Valentine's Day without a little chocolate or candy hearts? I love those. I know I'm probably in the minority there. So you get a full color picture on the front showing you the completed projects. On the back, it shows you how to use your stamp set and gives you a list of all of the products included in the kit. And then inside, you have step-by-step instructions of how to create the projects as designed. And I say projects because most months it is card kits, but every now and then, like last month was a great memory keeping kit, and this month we've got gift bags. Sometimes it's home decor items, so it's really a fun crafty surprise. So it looks like we've got Stampin' Dimensionals, we've got gold thread, which I love, some little skewers, some gold foil heart stickers. I love these vellum banners. And there's 3 sheets of those. And these are like double heart stickers. These are intended to be used on those little skewers. And then it looks like there's another 3 sheets of these banners, and these are die cut, and they have a gold foil edging. And then we have 2 sheets of, these are for the end of the arrows on the skewers. And then these are all of our little gift box bags. It's sort of a box bag, I'd call it. So these come pre-cut, pre-scored, and they already have the adhesive strips right on there. So all you have to do is fold on the score lines and you've got your little treat box bag, which I love because I am super 3D challenged. I can create cards all day long, but if I'm going to try to make a gift box or a gift bag, I'm just not gifted in that department. No weird little pun intended. But these are gorgeous. These have gold foil hearts. I think you can see the shine on there. So I'm definitely going to use some of these to create the projects as intended. I think they're super cute this month, but you know I also love to come up with alternate ideas. So I'm going to get crafting and I'll be right back with some ideas to share with you. All right, so I stopped the video, I started to organize my supplies, and immediately saw we got 2 die cut sheets that I didn't show you. So we got these 2 sheets of heart die cuts also. So I started stamping. I played around with some of the outline heart stamp on some of the die cuts, and then some of that love heart stamp on the other ones. And I immediately got an idea. So instead of creating an example first, like I usually do, I just kind of want to run with it and we will figure out this card together. So when I saw coral, I just thought gray. I just love coral and grays together. So I did grab a piece of smoky slate from my stash. So this is just an 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock, cut in half at 5.5 inches and scored in half at 4.25 inches. So that's what we're going to use for the card base. And the other thing I immediately thought of was a little Foxy. Remember this guy? He's in the Stampin' Up! Annual catalog, and I always neglect the annual catalog products once the new occasions catalog comes out because I just fall in love with all the shiny new stuff. But a little Foxy is one of my favorite paper pads. It's got some great patterns and I love the color combo. So I thought this sheet with the hearts would be perfect. So let's pull in the paper trimmer. Make some room over here. I'm gonna start by cutting it, making sure the hearts are in the correct orientation when I put it down on my paper trimmer. And I'm gonna cut it at 5.5 inches, so it's gonna span the whole length of my card. I'm just gonna line that up. Move it down so you guys can see the numbers. Because this is a 6x6 paper pad, so we're just cutting off 1/2 inch there. And then I'm going to cut this on the other side, so the hearts are now sideways, and I'm gonna cut it in 2-inch strips. So I'm gonna get 3 strips out of this sheet. So we're gonna be able to make 3 of these cards. Because 3 is better than 1. So now that we have those cut, actually I'll leave my trimmer here because I also grabbed a piece of Calypso coral cardstock from my stash. So I'm going to just cut this in half on the long side, the 11-inch side. I'm going to cut it right in half at 5.5 inches. And then I'm going to turn it and cut it in 2.5-inch strips. I'm gonna do 3 of those too, so we can make 3 cards. I'll just do 1 in the video though, so this isn't super long, but I thought you guys might like to see my process and how to cut so you can get the most out of your paper. You know, I don't like having lots of scraps. I like using all my scraps. So this is kind of what I'm thinking for the layout of this card, is to put the Calypso coral right in the middle and then that pattern paper right on top. So like I said, I'm just gonna go for it. I was just really excited once this idea popped into my head. I just wanted to film this video and share it with you all right away. No pre-planning, so I hope it comes out cute. You could line it up on your grid paper to make sure you have it centered perfectly, but I'm just gonna not measure, but line it up so that I make sure I have it straight. I'm just gonna kind of eyeball where the middle is. Slap that down. Gosh, that's really cute too, right? We're sticking with the plan, going with the hearts. I also just love that this paper is called a Little Foxy. It's such a cute name. So I'm just going to put that right in the middle too. So there's a little border showing on the top and the bottom. All right, now this is what I'm thinking for the focal point of the card. I wanted to use some of these little skewers that came in the kit. Along with the stickers. So let's put together that little arrow just as the kit is designed. So I'm just going to grab one of these little double hearts, and to put it on the skewer, you just want to line the point of the skewer up with the point of the heart and then fold it over, and they are already scored for you. And then you just squish it together. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side with the end of the arrow. Just going to make sure I'm holding that heart flat so that the end of the arrow is pointing in the same direction. Since it's going on the front of the card, I want to make sure it's nice and flat. So I'm just going to line up the ends on that side and give it a squish. I really think it would probably be a good idea when you put these together to maybe just add a little liquid adhesive down in there to make it extra secure, but they are sticky. All right, so we've got our arrow. It's sort of coming together already like I have in my mind. And I'm gonna bring in, where's the blank hearts? Here they are. I'm gonna bring these in so you can see all of the stamping. So I've got the open outline heart already on my block. Now, when you're new to joining Paper Pumpkin, you get a free gift in your first Paper Pumpkin box, and that is a little acrylic block. So you don't even already need to have an acrylic block to get started. You get a free gift in your first Paper Pumpkin box. And if you choose to subscribe with me for Paper Pumpkin, I keep the free gifts coming. I like to give anniversary gifts for your 3, 6, and 12-month Paper Pumpkin anniversaries. But I have lots of details over on my website, and I'll leave a link to that down below about all the perks of subscribing to Paper Pumpkin. That heart was a little off center. It's because I'm talking. Let's try again. I'm talking and I'm trying not to stick my head in there. It works best to line these up if you can get right on top of it. That one's much better. We'll go with that. And then inside that heart, I brought in my basic black ink pad for a little bit of contrast. And we're going to stamp Happy Valentine's Day right in there. Just love Valentine's Day. Now, I wanted lots of hearts on this Valentine's Day card, so I'm also going to use my Sweetheart Punch. This is available in my online store. And I just grabbed a scrap of Calypso Coral and a scrap of Smoky Slate, and I'm going to punch a little heart out of each one. And then I'm going to use the tiniest little hearts that came in the stamp set this month and stamp them right on the gray one. I'm going to punch out that Happy Valentine's Day. So this is kind of what I'm thinking. I wanted to put the arrow on there a little bit sideways and layer these hearts above and below it. I think that's really cute. All right, here comes the adhesive. I always like to place it down first just to get an idea about how it's gonna look. So I'm gonna use some snail to put the coral heart down. I think I'm gonna use glue dots. And we did get a sheet of glue dots in the kit this month too. I'm just going to use my roll of glue dots here so it'll be quicker. I think I'm just going to put a few on the middle of the skewer because they'll get covered up by the hearts. So I'm just kind of pressing that down. I think you can see that, pressing it down into the glue dot, and it picks the glue dot right up. So I'm going to position that at a little bit of an angle. And let's use some Stampin' Dimensionals. So we got some of those in the kit this month too, but I'm just going to bring in this sheet that I'm working with. Let's see. We don't want any to go on top of the skewer so it's not too dimensional. That might be enough right there. Just the one behind where we stamped the little black hearts there. And then I think we can fit two on this one. Let's go all the way down on the bottom. And those hearts are going to help hold that skewer down too. How cute is that? A really quick and easy alternate way to use your paper pumpkin kit this month, because maybe you don't need that many gift bags and you just want to use a few. You can use your leftover materials to make cards to go with those gift bags. How cute! So if you're not already subscribing to Paper Pumpkin, you totally should be. I'm going to leave a lot of information in the description box below about the awesome deal going on right now with Sale-A-Bration, because it's not just for new subscribers. If you're already subscribing to Paper Pumpkin, you should be using that subscription to earn yourself some free Sale-A-Bration items. There's so many fun things to choose from. So there's more information about that over on my blog, which I'll link to in the description box below, and I'll put some details down there too. But of course, if you have any questions, just ask. I'm always happy to help. Thanks so much for watching today, and make sure you subscribe because I have a lot more ideas using this fun kit. Talk to you soon, guys. Bye.